everybody, it's Sarah, and welcome to Coffee and Crochet with Sarah. I am super excited about today's video. Well, today we're going to announce the February winner of our February giveaway, and if you don't remember, we'll talk more about that in just a minute. We're also going to do a Furls Crochet unboxing, and I'm so excited. I've been waiting on a box from Lion Brand that they had let me know that was coming, and I was following it along in FedEx, and it got all the way here to Aurora, which is probably not even 10 miles away, and it sat there for 3 days in the FedEx place. And finally, they told me today it's going to be delivered. It said today. They delivered it last night. The Furls box that I had noticed that was coming quickly came in yesterday, and I was so excited. And so today we're going to do a Furls Crochet unboxing. And I'm really excited about this because everybody loves the Furls Crochet hooks. They're those beautiful, they have beautiful colors, and they're just shaped like spindle. They're just gorgeous. And so now they've branched out and they've got some yarn. And so today I'm going to show that to you as well. And then we'll talk about what's new this week at Posh Pooch Designs. I'm so glad you're here. I see a lot of you already saying hello, and it's so good to see all of you all. I just love it. Oh, look, there's Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. She says, hi, Mom. I'm super glad she's here today. You know, we've got storms going all over America, except maybe Florida and Southern California. So which one of you all made Elsa mad? Okay, let's just figure this out right now. Which one of you all made Elsa mad that she froze America? Well, what's so funny is this is really quite typical weather for where I'm at. But it's not typical weather for Oklahoma and Texas and Alabama and some of the other states that are struggling down there. So everybody apologize to Elsa, and we'll get this straightened out, okay? Okay, I have to tell you a joke my granddaughter told me. Okay, she says, how do the Colorado Rocky Mountains stay warm in the winter? They put on a snow cap. Because when the snow comes down, it's called snow-capped mountains. Ba-bom-ching. All righty. Let's get in right away to who our winner is for the February giveaway. Are you ready? Okay, so for the month of February, I decided to give away one of our Coffee and Crochet with Sarah mugs. We forgot to clink in. Everybody do that real quick. Clink in. And if you've got your Coffee and Crochet with Sarah mug, let me know. Okay, so the winner is going to win one of these. And the way we're going to do it is I'm going to order it through Magic Mugs Creation. And if you want to order one, there's a link now. It's super easy. And I'll put that link. Actually, I think it's on our Facebook page. But if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put that link underneath in the notes section. It's super easy. Just click on it, pick your mug, pay for it, and they'll send it to you. One thing to remember, though, is they make these individually. They make each one for each order. So this isn't Amazon. It's going to take a week to 10 days to get it probably. I got them really fast. I think it was like 6 days the first time. So it just depends on what they, because if they got a lot of orders in front of you, you're going to have to wait a smidge, okay? All right, so the winner's going to receive a mug that looks just like this. It won't be this one because this one's mine. All right, are you ready? Now, just a reminder, never ever put your email or shipping address in any comment anywhere. All right, so the winner, you need to either send me a message on the Posh Pooch Designs Facebook page. Right there on the Facebook page, a little thing that says send a message, just hit that. And send me your email address and your shipping address. And the only reason I need your email address is so they can contact you when it gets sent to you, okay? Now, the other way you can contact me is to go to the webpage, www.poshpoochdesigns.com, hit that contact button, and it'll shoot me an email. Either one of those ways, but never, ever, 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 ever put your email address or shipping address in any comments. All right, are you ready for the winner? The winner of a Coffee and Crochet with Sara mug for the February giveaway is Lori Wolfe. Laurie, and the last name is Wolfe. Wolfe. I used to know a Lori Wolfe when I was in middle school. Maybe it's you. Congratulations, Lori. Contact me if you see this here on Facebook or on YouTube. Congratulations. All right. Are you all ready for our unboxing? Okay, I'm going to confess to you that I peeked in the box. I couldn't wait. I'm sorry. I was so excited. So this is the box that came in. There's a little sneak peek for you. There's the box. All right. Let's find out about the brand new Furls yarn. You know, I did the same thing this week that I did last week. I popped that straw. Okay. So this is what it looks like, a big bundle of yarn. Let's look at it and talk about it. All right, let me clip that plastic. Clip, clip, clip. All right. I wanted to be real careful. I didn't want to cut any of the yarn. And I don't want to hit my light up here. Okay. So let me just pull one out. All right, this is the new yarn. It's called Wander. It's a medium weight number 4. This particular color is called Canary. All right, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click down to my other camera so you can see everything up close. All right. So here is the first one called Wander. Isn't that gorgeous? This yarn is it feels similar to the I can't remember what it's called all of a sudden. Silky, oh, what is it called? I've lost it. I can't remember the name of the yarn that it feels similar to, but it has a sheen to it. It's a nice, thick, medium weight number 4. The one I'm thinking of, Simply Soft, I think is what it's called. It's thinner. This is a nice, chunky, medium number 4. It's 100% acrylic yarn. Here's your information. You're getting 120 yarns on each of the skeins. And this is what it says. Wander is Furls' first acrylic yarn. Airy, soft, satiny, and in a wide variety of colors. Wander is for fiber artists who love a touch of luxe and easy versatility. All right, let's look at some of the other colors. Look at this. This looks like a plum. This is called Amethyst. Oh, look at this red one. This is called Pomegranate. This is a green one, a deep hunter green called Meadow. I cannot wait to start working with these. These are beautiful colors. Let's see. This one is called Dragon Fruit. Isn't that pretty? I love that. All righty. We've got a navy, which is called Midnight. And 2 more greens. This one is like a deep teal. It's called Surf. And this one is, oh, we've already got one out like this. This one is that Meadow. So I've got 2 of that same one. Now they have a wide variety of colors. All right. And Simply Soft. I couldn't remember what it's called. It reminds me, the feel and the touch of it reminds me of the Simply Soft yarn. But it's a little bit thicker. And if you look at it, you can see it's spun like this. Sometimes that Simply Soft doesn't look like it's been spun at all. And it gets a little bit splitty, but this isn't like that. Now, I have not made anything with this yet, okay, because I just peeked in the box. I didn't use it yet. And so I'll come up with some patterns to use this. I ended up with 10 skeins, and they have a deal going on if you want to order some. And I can put that link also down in the notes under the video for YouTube, and it'll also be on the blog. But they have a deal that the more you buy, the cheaper they are. I think if you buy 10 of them, they come out being about $3 a piece. I am prepared with my lemon water today so I don't get a scratchy throat while we're chatting, okay? But this is the Furls New Yarn Acrylic 100%. It's a medium weight number 4. It just has a wonderful feel. And I'm going to be working with some of it this week. And I'm going to report back to you next week what I think, okay? Right now, I love it. I really do. It's soft, but it's not splitty like that. I don't want to say the name again because I don't want to criticize anybody's yarn. But, okay. The recommended crochet hook is a SAch hook, 5mm. So that's right up our wheelhouse, isn't it? They have a wide variety of colors, and you can see they're wonderful, deep, wonderful colors. And like I said, they've got if you get 5, you get a little cheaper. If you get 10, it's a little bit cheaper per skein. So yeah, it's totally worth it, and they're beautiful, and I can't wait to make something out of it. I was just looking to see. Okay, I have 2 of the golds and 2 of the teal. That's why. And then I have 2 of that other green, and everything else is a singular. All right, so Wander from Furls, and they're called Furls Crochet now instead of just Furls Hooks, okay? Acrylic, 100% yarn. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, I'll dump all these back in this box, and I'm going to work with them this week, and then I'll let you know what I think of crocheting with them. But I really like it. One of the things that some of the other satiny yarns like that is they're a little bit thinner. This is a good medium weight number 4. And you know, when you're doing the sizing of the weights of the yarns from your, you know, light 2s and 3s and your medium 4, then you go bulky 5, 6, and on up. There is a wide range in there between where they put the rating of it. And so sometimes something's going to fit in that rating, but it really feels thicker, or it feels a little thinner. But it's like some of those medium weight number 4 yarns, they're a 4, but they're not thin enough to be a 3, but they're kind of in between. And sometimes I call them a 3.5. And then there's medium weight yarns that are a little thicker, but they're not thick enough to be a 5. So they're kind of like a 4.5. So there's a little bit of wiggle room in there for the yarn weights. Okay. All righty. That was super fun. And I knew it wouldn't take very long. So, it is a gorgeous, rich yarn. It has beautiful color. And one thing to remember, when you're purchasing yarn, most of the time you get what you pay for. Okay? There's quality of yarn from, you know, everyday craft, scratchy stuff, all the way up to just your luxurious and, you know, homemade yarns. And there's a lot of differences in between that, you know, and I have, you know, not really liked paying, you know, $10 per skein sometimes, but I have done it because I wanted something, you know, for whatever I was making, that I wanted it to be a lot more luxurious and nice, you know. But when I'm doing everyday stuff, you know, like, you know, a dog hat or something, I might use a cheaper yarn, you know. So it just depends on what I'm doing. My favorite yarns as of late have been the cake yarns. I love, a lot of people don't care for those, but I love them. I love the mandala, however you say those, or mandala, that's been said lots of different ways. I love the cake yarns that have the long color changes, kind of like this blanket behind me. That one I actually think is might be a cupcake yarn. I can't remember exactly, but I have lots of different ones you can tell from behind, you know. But I really love the way they move from color to color, and it's just one of my favorite yarns. Remember last week I talked about the anniversary cakes, the great big ones, and I got them for $14.99. I've had lots of people ask me about, do you have the hooded blanket finished? And the hooded blanket is not like the hooded shawl. It's a great big blanket, and it has a great big, furry fat hood that it's going to cover you. And it's made, I originally made the one that I made because we did a lot of camping. We had an RV and we did a lot of camping. We have since sold it because we just haven't been able to use it. But sit around the campfire and wrap yourself up in it. And so with one of the brownish beige colors that I got that I really like, it's stitching up beautifully, and that's going to be ready in a couple weeks. And then I also remember I had the other one that had like some teals in it, and I decided to come up with a big fat poncho. And I think I love it. I've put it on. It fits really great. It's easy to adjust. And so I'm going to be coming out with that in a couple of weeks as well. And so there's some fun things coming out in the next couple of weeks. I know St. Patrick's Day is coming. Easter's coming. I've got tons of ideas for those. And, oh, I just remembered today was Mardi Gras. I don't ever do any patterns really. I have a couple, I think a scarf or a cowl or something in those colors. But I haven't done anything for Mardi Gras. Sorry. just that one pattern that doesn't have a video yet. So, all right. So what did we do this week? Well, last week was my birthday. And so we made the big cupcake pillow, and I just absolutely love it. It's super easy. You're just doing your rows back and forth. You're going across for your ruffle, and then you do the front post, back post for the bottom portion. And it turns out really cute. And you make two, you just stitch them together, add a pom-pom, and you've got a cute little birthday pillow. Now, I didn't add a face, and a lot of people have been asking, what do I do for a face? Any face that you see out there, you can add little eyes and a smile. You can do it down here. You can also add the safety eyes and add a face if you want to. I just didn't want to this time. I do sometimes, but I just didn't want to this time. And I really love it. It measures, about 12 by 12, depending, on how thick. And it's as fat as how much stuffing you put in it. And the yarn that I used, I've had a lot of questions about this yarn, is the Echo Cozy yarn. And it's made by Loops and Threads that is exclusively Michael's. And I went back to Michael's because I wanted to get some more of this pink sprinkle, because the top of this is a pink sprinkle, and then this is like a cocoa sprinkle. It's got a little bit of white sprinkles in it, and it was perfect for this project. But when I went back, they had a lot of other colors, but they didn't have these two. But you don't have to use this yarn for this pillow. This is done in a medium, not a medium, a bulky number 5 yarn. You can use any bulky number 5 yarn you have on hand to make this pillow, okay? It's super fun. I think it'd be fun to have them sitting around when it's your birthday, because last week was my birthday. So, someone asked me how old I was. I'm old enough that I'm not going to tell you. Alrighty, so the other thing we did was the headband. I'm going to click over to my other camera here. This is the ponytail headband, and I kind of made it for myself because I think they're really cool to wear. A lot of times when I go out and walk the dogs in the morning or the evening, it's a little bit chilly. As of late, it's been very chilly. And it's kind of neat because my hair's getting long and I just throw it in a ponytail. I pop it on, pop the ponytail through the hole in the back, and I can go outside with the dogs and not freeze my tuchus off. And so this is what it looks like. It's that stitch it's the 2 double crochet cluster that kind of makes it look like hearts. And I've got, a couple of rows in there so you can see that. And then you can see in the back, we stitched around a hairband. And if you don't want to use a hairband, you can get some of that, I think it's 1/4 inch elastic and long strips, and you can sew it together. Don't tie it together because it might come apart. And that was the other thing. Last week we made the velvet scrunchies. We made the velvet scrunchies. And was that last week? I think it was. And some people asked me the hairbands, a lot of kids like to wear them on their wrist, and the hairbands are just too tight. And you can get that thin elastic. I want to say it's a 1/4 inch elastic. It just comes in long straps. You can also get it by the yard. And if you put it together, make it a little bit, put it on their arm, make it a little bit loose, and put it together and use a needle and thread and stitch it. If you tie it in a knot, those knots come undone is the only reason I say that. And then you can do the same technique of making that velvet scrunchie, and then your kids can put them on their arms and it not be too tight. Just a note, I had some questions about that. All right, yesterday, I know, we're covering a bunch of stuff. Yesterday, we did our stitch of the month, and we made the cable loop hot pads. Now, I had a lot of people say, oh, I already know how to do that. That's Jacob's ladder. Well, it's not. It's similar, but it's not. In Jacob's ladder, you do a row of stitches and then you chain and then do your stitches and chain, and then you go back in and loop all those chains up. Well, the way this washcloth is done, those of you that have already done it, you've shown me some of your pictures and you made some really pretty ones. I think Rita made a plum one that I think it's plum and beige or plum and gray. I can't remember now. Rita is my assistant admin on our PPD Puppy Love group. She does a fantastic job helping me out. Okay, so the way you do this is it's all done in single crochets. You make your 12 chain and then you go right back in the next stitch. And then when you go back across the back of it, it tightens it all up. And so you don't have that wide. And I wanted to do it this way because I think it works better for smaller projects. And I don't know what it is about the Jacobs. I think this makes it too loose on the back when you don't do it. I call this kind of joining it as you go because you join and keep going. And I love these. They turn out really pretty. Someone said they look like bunny feet or bunny carrots or bunnies, and they were going to do some in some really pretty pink and spring colors. And I'm looking forward to seeing those. But it's a really simple pattern and it's really fun to do. And in case you don't know what we're doing, on the third Monday of each month, we're doing a stitch of the month. We're learning a new stitch and how the repeats go, the multiples. But we're not just doing a swatch. We're taking that swatch and we're making something so that we can use that practice project to practice what we learned. And these are really simple. One thing someone did ask me is, are they thin? They're thick because, of course, they're single crochet. But you can make two, put them together, and single crochet around, and it'll be double thick. Okay? And also, if you're going to use these for an actual hot pad where you put something hot on it, I really recommend that you use cotton or maybe wool that's not going to burn. I keep telling you about that experience I had when I first got married. I was given some beautiful yellow and white hot pads because yellow is my favorite color. And my husband and I were in our first little rented apartment. It was just him and I. And I think my daughter was a teeny baby. It was in Great Falls, Montana. We unpacked everything. I was boiling some macaroni and cheese. And I pulled out that hot pad and I put that pan of hot boiling because the noodles were ready on that hot pad, and that thing burnt and stuck to the bottom of that pan. I was devastated because these were handmade for me and I loved them. And so you had to be careful with the heat and acrylic because basically acrylic is plastic. I call it spun plastic. The acrylic in it burns, and if it burns your hand, it'll burn you. So you be super careful when you're making hot pads out of acrylic. I just saw something. What was it? Oh, I see Callie. That's what it is. I'm like, I know I recognize that name. Callie is Elizabeth's daughter, my granddaughter. I don't see Aiden today. He must not be watching. There we go. There's Lori. I love it when the winner is on. It's super fun. Congratulations, Lori, on your coffee cup. All right, so that's what we did this week at Posh Pooch Designs. Now, I do want to mention, if you want a coffee cup, I'll put that link down in the notes under the video on YouTube. It's also on my Facebook page, but also it'll be in the blog. And I wanted to remind you about the blog. Every Tuesday, all the information that we discuss, I write out a blog, and I try to keep it a little bit compact and to the point. There's nothing that annoys me more than going on a blog looking for information, and there is so much to read, and you finally get to the very bottom of the blog and there's one sentence. That annoys me. Okay, so I try not to do that with my blog. I try to keep it short and to the point, and I don't want to criticize some of the cooking blogs, but that's what I feel like sometimes when I just want the recipe. It's just me, my opinion, and remember, this video is just my opinion. You can have a completely different opinion if you want to. Okay, so on the blog, if you want, every Tuesday I do what I call a newsletter. And it's really not an actual newsletter. What it is I do the blog. And if you go to my blog, and if you want to find it, on my Posh Pooch Designs Facebook page, you'll see that on the, I think it's on the side or at the top. It might be both. It says About. And basically, that's what the page is about. And if you click on the About, you can see that it's got the YouTube and the blog and all of that stuff listed there. Just click on the blog. And I'll post, a lot of times I'll come back in the comments and post some of this stuff. But on the blog, on the right-hand side, is a little box, and it says follow by email. It's really tiny. It's just a tab. You can put your email address in that little box. I don't keep your email address. All it does is it puts it in a list. And then when I write a new blog, everybody who's on that list, their email address gets the blog. Okay? I can't add you. I can't take you off. You have to do it. So if you want the information that we talk about each week, and it's I like for you to do this, because when we do a crochet together, where we're like last week we did the velvet scrunchies, that information is only on that blog and on the YouTube video. It's not on like Ravelry or Etsy or anything else. Or sometimes I'll put it on Pinterest. Lately I haven't been doing a whole lot with Pinterest. It's, I don't know, something's going on with it. But anyway, that's the only way you can get some of those small patterns that we do in our crochet togethers. Now, they'll always be on YouTube, of course. And if you go on YouTube, you'll also find the link to the blog underneath the YouTube video. Just FYI, I'm trying really hard to give you as much information as I can about where to find things. And if you can't find it, message me on Posh Pooch Designs and I'll send you the link, okay? I want you to have your information. I want you to enjoy what we do. I want you to have fun and love crochet and love yarn the way that I do. All right, so follow me on YouTube, follow me on the blog, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Instagram. I mean, really, if you just go to Google and put in SAch, you'll be amazed what comes up. And I discovered there's another SAch. Go figure. And she spells it just like me with no H on her, Sara. And, you know, SARA, SACH. So, anywho, I hope that you enjoyed our video today. And I'm going to let everybody go. It was good to see my daughter's name pop up and my granddaughter's. I did not see my grandson. Sometimes he pops in and he doesn't. They're out of school this week and she's home from work because of this crazy weather in Oklahoma. So everybody stay warm and safe. And that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for being a part of Posh Pooch Designs. Because remember, I can't do any of this at all without all of you. I'll see you next week, everybody. Bye-bye.